Art was something me and my classmates had in common. It was something that we looked forward to all the time at school. After that long math test that we hardly even knew the answers to, and reading those 3 chapters in English, we were anxious to go to art and create and do something that we loved. So I went to art class, and everyone is either mixing blues, yellows, and browns to go on canvas to create a beautiful painting, or sharpening graphite to turn an ordinary sheet of paper to an extraordinary piece of art. And one day, I was just getting ready to do a figure drawing, and one of the guys in the classroom decided to make a joke. Hey everyone, do you want to hear a joke? Yeah, sure. Okay, well, why do black people have nightmares instead of dreams? Why? Because the last one who did got shot. Now, everyone kind of started to laugh, and that kind of hurt me, but I kind of brushed it off and was like, well, that's just a joke. It's not that serious. And after class, my teacher pulled me to the side and was like, hey, did that offend you? And I was like, there's far more things in high school that I have to deal with and that I can be offended by. It's just a joke. So I brushed it off. And I'm a very diverse person. I love diversity. My friends are different religions, different ethnicities, and I'm even on the Multicultural Committee Club. And speaking of the Multicultural Committee Club, our sponsor wanted us to go to a program called Anytown, sponsored by Community Tampa Bay. And so to become a member in the leadership club in Multicultural Committee, which is the highest rank in the committee, we had to attend Anytown. So I didn't know what this Anytown was, and so I was like, okay, I'll just try it out. I applied, I got in, and the night before I was very nervous as I was packing my Betty Boop pillow that was awesome and red, and my ballet flats that I loved into my pink and green suitcase. And when I arrived at Anytown, everyone was just doing something. There was diversity everywhere. I loved it. It was my environment. And we did workshops. One of them was on stereotyping. And I kind of knew, oh yeah, you shouldn't stereotype. And other workshops, I'm like, yeah, I kind of know this stuff. But the workshop that actually had an impact on me was the differently abled workshop. And so this workshop was basically putting us in the position of a person who has a disability. And we had to pick our disability out of a hat. As my hands were shaking, grabbing a piece of paper in the hat, I was wondering, what would I get? I pulled it out and it said, no hands. And I'm like, no hands? How can they possibly do that? One roll of tape later, I had no hands. And it just happened to be finger food day at lunch. And so I was already kind of sad about that because, of course, I didn't have any fingers. And so during lunch, we made the best of our situation with our disabilities. We even had fun. And I even got the chance to get an ice cream sandwich. Now, I love ice cream sandwich. The ice cream in between, the chocolate on the outside. I was just like, yes, ice cream sandwich. I was craving that because it was a hot day. And I finally got it, and I was opening, well, I didn't open it because I had no hands, but my friend opened it for me, and she handed it to me. And then I was just about to get a bite of that awesome ice cream sandwich till it fell. And then it hit me. Not only do I not have hands, my ice cream sandwich fell, and I just realized how it felt to have no hands, and I broke down, and I started crying. But the ice cream sandwich dropping wasn't the only reason why I was crying. All the jokes that have been brushed off by me, all the different comments, it just all came out, and I was just crying because I finally saw that I was walking through a fog and just leaving everything as it was instead of changing it. So after Anytown, I arrived back to school, and I had like clear eyes, kind of like new eyes. I was just going through school with like fog everywhere, and now I saw things differently. And so I'm in my art class, and I'm painting the ribbon on my sculpture of a ballerina that I made, and I was painting it yellow, and it was really looking nice. Then the same kid before, decided to tell another racial joke. And everyone started laughing. And what I did, I turned around and I was like, stop. And he did. And when he did, I felt like I made a difference.